Hey Core Life, it's Lauren Melton here, registered dietitian at Core Life in Odenton. Thanks again for joining me today on Eating Well with Core Life. Today we're going to talk about the benefits, the health benefits of having nuts in your diet. So let's get right to it. We've all talked about nuts before. Usually, nuts are a high source of fat, sometimes with a little bit of protein. So a lot of people are scared to eat them because, as we've talked about before, fats are higher per calorie or higher per gram in calories. So sometimes we just don't include them because they take up a lot of calories. But nuts are nutritional powerhouses. So I wanted to talk about the benefits of having nuts in your diet and how you can, incorporate them more if that's something that you're looking to do. So obviously, like I said, nuts are a great source of nutrients. So there's a little bit of protein, a lot of good healthy fats. So they're not going to be those saturated fats that you want to avoid, but the healthy fats that you want to include. And a lot of them are really diverse in vitamins and minerals that are essential to your health, like vitamin E, magnesium, selenium, things that you may not always notice that you need. And then a lot of them are also pretty high in fiber. And we've talked about fiber, a lot and how important that is. So great sources of those. A lot of antioxidants. So what are those? Antioxidants are kind of nutrients, I guess, that help protect your cells from damage and can protect you from a variety of diseases across your lifetime. So nuts are, really powerful with antioxidants. They can aid in weight loss. Even though they are considered a high-calorie food, like we always talk about, research has shown us time and again that those who had a healthy serving of nuts in their diet were shown to be more successful with weight loss. And I think that's number one because you're including those healthy fats. And, healthy fats, even though they are higher in calories, they help you with satiety. So they help you stay fuller for longer, so you may end up eating less calories over time. Another part of nuts having those good fats is that it can help lower your cholesterol and triglyceride levels if that's something that you struggle with. So the unsaturated fat in nuts, which are the good fats, help to lower your LDL, which is bad cholesterol, and raise your LDL, which is raise your HDL, which is your good cholesterol. So that's another reason to include them. They're beneficial for people that have type 2 diabetes or metabolic syndrome. So a lot of studies have shown us that people that included nuts in their diet showed improvements with blood sugar and blood pressure, along with a lot of other health markers in those people that had type 2 diabetes or metabolic syndrome. Nuts can also help reduce inflammation. I know we've been getting, a lot of requests for how to eat to reduce inflammation in the diet, and there is something to do with that, and that may be a video topic that we do another time. But nuts have a lot of anti-inflammatory properties, especially in people who suffer from things like kidney disease, diabetes, and other serious health conditions. I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but nuts do have a lot of high fiber in them, and we've talked about fiber, how beneficial that is. It helps with cholesterol levels, helps keep your digestive system regular, helps keep you fuller for longer, helps with blood sugar maintenance. So fiber, obviously a win, and we can all use a little bit more fiber, I think. And it can help reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke. So it helps, like we talked about earlier, improve good cholesterol. Nuts help improve artery function and many more things that kind of tie in to be risk factors for heart attack and stroke. Like other healthy foods, nuts can be stripped of many of their nutrients during processing. So raw or dry roasted nuts are probably going to be your best choice when choosing these things. If you want to work on including nuts in your diet, or if you're new to nuts, some suggestions. The recommended amount of nuts is about 1.5 ounces of nuts or seeds per day. So how can you include this in your diet without going overboard? Snack on them. You can buy them in the little pre-portioned little baggies, which I recommend because it's easy to go overboard sometimes. And if you want to try flavoring them, work on avoiding any added salt, sugar, or things like that. So look for things like turmeric, cinnamon, or cocoa powder on raw nuts or seeds, or you can roast them yourself. So you can also spread them. So obviously you can get things, peanut butter, almond butter. You can pretty much get any nut in some sort of butter these days. Read the labels carefully. I always tell people, read the ingredient list. You want, just that nut. So with peanut butter, for example, you want just peanuts and maybe a little bit of salt. Um, you definitely don't want any added sugar, and if you can avoid the salt, even better. So any other preservatives, you don't want those in there. So keep it simple. And then you can just scatter them on top of things. So seeds and chopped nuts to add flavor and a lot of good texture to things like salads, sandwiches, and whole grain breakfast cereals like oatmeal and things like that. So I hope that was helpful to you in learning a little bit more about nuts and how you can include them in your diet and all the health benefits that they have. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, subscribe, leave me any comments, questions, any topics you'd like me to cover. I'm always open to that. Don't forget to check out the cooking demos with Nick and the workouts with Corey and some of our other trainers. And we hope to see you soon, Core Life. Have a good one.